scissor.
So Motor Guzzi Man here, he's going to demonstrate how to put decals on crooked and then try to take them off and put them back on a second and third time. I'm not sure. You need the good scissors?
The good scissors. Oh, look.
Okay.
Some here?
Yeah, right. The blue ones are the best ones. We're going to try to do some decaling and stenciling and try to get these graphics on so that we can move this project along. We're waiting for Vlad to come over to give us a yes or a no on a color match. And these parts are ready for a wet sanding and some more clear. Luciano's bike's ready. What we need is less projects. We want to try before the day's over to get one of those V-twin decals that John Pothia made up.
Which look fantastic.
And Glenn, we're just going to fire you. You know, you're not going to have a track bike this year, that's all. You're watching one of the masters of decal installation. He's going to do his thing here. We don't let him play with razors or scissors.
I wouldn't say that I'm a master, but we're going to try. So
yeah, that's good.
We'll do it by eye.
Eye is good because you don't get to take a ruler to the village market and measure if Turbo Steve's decals are crooked, do you?
Never.
You got to do it by eye. If we can fool your eye, that's good enough.
Okay.
Now, when we used to build scale model airplanes, having a documentation was such a big thing. Well, on a restoration like Mark's thing here, it's getting the decals in the right spot. That's, you know, part of the thing. He wants to win that international show that's coming up next week. So from the picture we've deduced, you want to get, I'm assuming it's the middle of the N, right?
Yeah, right here.
Middle of the N. You could put a little line on it. Then we'll put a little line. Now see, because these have a radius, we're going to reference off of this angle, off of this edge and this edge, measure from here to here. And you're probably saying, why not just stick it on there and the hell with it? Why? Because we answer to a higher authority.
That's right. Somebody will know.
That Glenn will know, and he'll give you, oh my God, he'll give you a hard time.
Or Turbo Steve.
Oh, Turbo Steve, my God. He checks if your shoelaces are tied evenly, you know.
We're at...
You always want to make it look like you know what you're doing.
Yeah, so we're at, it looks like 7 1/4.
See, now, if you were a young kid, you wouldn't be able to figure that out without your computer. You'd have to dial that in.
That's right.
Need change for $1. Oh, no. Give me my computer, my smartphone. Are you sure you're not a brain surgeon?
Me?
There you go.
Hardly. Hardly. So we will check it this way to make sure.
There's an even better way to check it. You know what that is, right?
3 3/8, yeah.
Just take a piece of paper. This is what I do. I don't depend on a rule. I take a piece of paper and fold it so it's exactly this thickness. Then flip it. And then I know it has to move over that way or I'm right. I'm never right, so it always moves over. But I'm saying, when it's really critical, when you got something that has to be on a center line, like a model airplane, things have to be on center. They can't be off a 1/16 of an inch.
Sure.
This decal, I mean, you know, except for Turbo Steve, who we won't let Turbo Steve evaluate our project.
That's right.
Okay, to borrow a page from Model Aviation, we got an ordinary piece of paper that's folded. We don't need a ruler to do it this way. We see we're off by that amount, and I'm trying to videotape it and do it this way. And I see I'm off the same amount this way, so I know that's my mark. Okay, baby, let it rip. This is the moment of truth. He's lining it up. Wow.
That looks like it might work. Okay, let's give it a go.
This is why I like having a professional assistant. Watch that rabbit come out of the hat. Or what, Vlad come out of the hat or something. Yeah. Now you cut that bottom line nice and straight, right? Okay,
yeah.
So it won't be going uphill or downhill.
It shouldn't. It's...
There you go. Look at this guy. Wow. Okay. Yeah, start at the... That's it. Like a sunburst. Work from the middle out. Don't work from one end to the other. Press it down. Oh my God.
Like I've done this before.
I know. I'm just trying to make you famous, baby. It's easy too.
Somebody in Portugal is going to be watching this.
That guy in Portugal. Hey, Mr. Portugal, baby. We bought another $500 worth of sandpaper.
That's right.
The Portuguese economy is probably getting better and better now.
I'll be in Portugal in August to see you.
That guy's very talented, you know. He's got that stuff you dip your Harley tank and, well, I don't know what. You dip something in there. Put your wife in there and she comes out with skulls and stuff.
Nice.
But it looks cool. I wish I could do custom bikes, but nobody I know does. There's no skulls, no flames. There you go. Look at this. Oh my God. My God, Turbo Steve, eat your heart out. Wow. Now Mark's got me in hold down the ruler deep mode here. That's a good trick with the paper, huh?
Very good.
And it works out perfect. It's everybody I ever showed that to says, wow.
Yep.
And it works. It probably works on sheetrock work too.
Oh, I'm sure. Okay. All right. We're good. Let me cut this one out.
Okay, now what we did, we figured out this.
Look, we're very close.
Okay.
I'm very close here, so I'm gonna have to cut on.
And I'll show you how to get that right in the middle, and you'll be so impressed. I can tell. Now see, that has to go right in the middle of that stripe, and we wound up putting it on our padded table, so that would be the way to. I can kind of hold it, but we want to kind of center it in the middle here. Once I get that on, and he gets done cutting it out. Edward Scissorhands over here, cutting away. Yeah, the same amount goes off the front as goes off the back. Very, very close. And then the other decal, the R, goes up right onto the blinkers. Just almost touching a quarter of an inch from the blinkers. So what we have to do, and this is a significant thing, is we have to get the word Honda, that it's the same border as on top and bottom. So the first thing is you can cut, and you could actually leave the green tape on there. But cut that bottom piece off so we have the same distance, top and bottom. Then we want to lay out a piece of tape on here, top and bottom, and get the gap even. Otherwise, we would have to lay out a center line. It'll be easier to work from the borders in than to work, or you can just put it on crooked. Who votes to put it on crooked? Not me. Look at those decals. The decals are actually such a big part of this job. That's why I wanted Mark to be here for this this Moto Guzzi unveiling that we had today. Okay, but there'll be some good tips on this video. I'm sure other people. I'll bet you any money my friend in Portugal has a lot of these kind of tips because he's an artist, you know. He's working with fancy stuff all the time. Now watch how nice this worked out. Look at this. Mark really knows his stuff. Look at that. Now if that isn't in the center, now it's going to be different. The A in the Honda is going to go off the end, but on the other side, it's going to go off. See, this is cut back on this angle, so the A is going to be a lot closer here.
Right.
They won't be twins, is what I'm saying.
But I guess we'll line it up with the top, correct?
You can line it up however you want. If you line either one of those arrows, you'll be perfect. Just line that line right up with the arrow. Okay. And you'll be fine.
Perfect.
And see, because this walks uphill, you don't want to press it here and here. The middle, it'll be like a hammock then. You want to press it here and then walk up the hill and then walk. You want the middle, that right where the arrows are, you want to press down first, is what I'm saying. Moment of truth. Wow. Who knew? But this is why you'll win shows with this. You'll be a showstopper. Now, if you hold it in position, I'm just going to put my finger down there. 1 second. You got it?
I believe it is.
Okay, now I want to walk the valley. I want that to go uphill, and I want to walk it. You never want to walk. Here's the one thing you never want to do is start at the H and work to the end. You always start in the middle.
And work your way out.
Like a sunburst. Okay. Guaranteed that'll be perfect. Or else Glenn will buy us lunch forever. Yeah, that's perfect. See, like, and I said again, like on the wings of a model plane, it would always be bigger in by the fuselage, so the big letters, and then the other side, they get smaller to bigger and bigger to smaller. My friend Les Demet, who is a very meticulous guy, taught me all of this stuff about these center lines, and boy, it served me well. Les, thank you very much. we've put it and we put it to good use and shared it. Now we got a little bit of concern with overspray here, so I'm taking some, this is some 2000 grit. Actually, it's not Portuguese sandpaper, so it's probably not doing that good of a job, but here we go. Just not enough to sand anything, but to get any little imperfection, because these are water slide decals. Now I want to wipe that down with a paper towel. Here's a paper towel. Wipe this clean. Now we want to lay that out. Pick the best one. That's why we made extra ones. Some of them have little printer flaws, and you pick whichever one you think's the best. We cut it out. Okay, so those are on. Now we've got, you basically have one side done now. The water slide stuff is still a little delicate. This is probably, well, actually the whole thing is delicate right up to the point we get some clear on it. So let it sit a minute. We'll flip it over, do the other side. And boy, hopefully that's the end of it. That's the end of the decals right there, right? That's I mean on the fairing, on that part. Yes. And then that fairing will be ready for clear.
Ready to go.
Well, Stevie Wonder got it close once.
That's pretty close.
It's not sunny outside, so you're not going to... Out in the sun, it looks better than under here because you're under fluorescence.
Should we take it outside? Just
yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. It's your bike. They've asked me. Yeah. Okay, under fluorescent light, it looks... Does that look close to you?
It's very close.
Very, I mean, close. This will even get, of course, the first coat, it's got to all get sanded out and buffed out and everything, but...
I think it's very close.
Okay.
What do you think?
Well, I'm going to ask Stevie Wonder down there. You met him, now you know him as well as I do.
I don't know.
I think it's going to be fine. I think you're just making yourself crazy for nothing now. At this point in time, see what happened. You got two parts that are close to each other here.
Yeah.
When you got the tank,
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, exactly. You're not going to see
I'm going to look at the picture because...
The only problem is Pokey said he's going to do a color check. He's going to bring the camera up. We'll color check us behind. You got a picture of it on a...
That's what I'm going to look, what the color situation is. This way I'll know exactly how it's going to be.
Okay, that's what it's supposed to... Yeah, see, there's going to be no red touching red.
That's what I'm saying, no red touching red.
In fact, the two reds that touch are going to be the
same color.
And this is your ass. You ain't got to see that.
No.
And you're not going to have any problem.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's going to be any problem whatsoever.
Okay, great.
It's extremely close, so.
All right. Are you happy?
I'm happy.
Stevie Wonder's happy. Ray Charles is happy. The Ray Charles Paint Mixing Company.
That's it.
Decal Mania in here is happy. How you doing, Mark? All right, bring it back. So Mark is now the decal expert. He taught Vlad everything he knows about doing these Honda decals. Wow, that is just perfect. I'm telling you, you're like, we're gonna name you Decal Morgan here pretty soon. All right, what's the next decal's got to go on here? What do you want to do? The side? What goes on the side fairings? I forget.
We do the number plate.
Okay, forget the number plate. I gotta paint that.
Then I have to see if we can somehow fit this on here. I don't know.
No, that doesn't go on there. It goes on the scoop, doesn't it?
Yeah, it goes on the scoop, but I didn't know whether we could fit it, if it would work on here or not.
I think it'd look cooler on here.
You think up top?
Well, you figure out. We got enough of them. We got 3 sheets of them, so.
Yeah, we got the number plate on there, so it has to go, you know, maybe it would go.
Well, we can lay out the number plate. Let me lay out the number plate, and then we can figure where that's going to look good. I'll make a pattern for that right now. Okay, so it goes off the back. What we did, we made a template up. This is a template. It's taped in position exactly like you would do a model airplane. This piece here is going to be our reveal. You're not going to see that. That's not going to be part of the number plate.
If you look at the one in the picture, though, it looks as though it comes more forward.
Well, we can make it come. Let's see.
Judging by the
well, what's wrong is, okay, you want a different aspect ratio.
You see where the bolt
Yes,
hole is?
it looks longer. It goes
like
to the end of the Honda. And we can do that. See? Now, let's just pick the part up. We'll take the tape up. This is what's nice about working with tape. What we're going to do, Mark, pull this blue tape up.
Where's the fairing? Do we need to?
Nah, you don't need anything. You don't need anything. Trust me. We can move this infinitely. Piece of tape up. Now, pull this up off the part and just move it forward to where you think it would be. And just add an inch to the back, say an inch, 2 inches, until you think that's got the right aspect ratio. Yeah. Now you measured up these dimensions, which I assume came off the number plate that was on there.
They were underneath the paint that was there when I sanded it, so I just...
Okay, so now we'll remask this out and see if we like the way this looks.
Let's see where we're at here.
You look like you're measuring for a suit of underwear there, or some Ducati underwear or something. But then by having a pattern, the pattern we could flip to the other panel, turn it over. Once we do one, the second one will go in 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Okay, so if you're happy with that, and you can go over to the picture and line up that angle if you think it's correct or not correct, or give it another look from far away, and then we'll flip it. You turn the pattern over, and we'll do the other side. And that's the outline of our yellow. Then I could backmask that. That's all I need to do to yellow. I can backmask the rest. And now you can lay out any stickers you want here, because we know this is going to be yellow. Now, you're going to put a number in here? Did you have a racing number or no?
I did, but I'm not going to put one.
Okay, I'm nostalgic about my racing number because I earned it the hard way. I crashed. I disappointed my sponsors. Oh my God, he crashed again.
Me too.
You got them all lined up?
Yeah.
Is that how they are? They kind of favor?
Yeah.
They bend around. Okay.
It's more toward the side. It's not.
Yeah, you could just take your dimension off there. And...
Well, they're different. That's why they're different. So what I'm doing...
Then you can't be wrong.
This cutout is what I'm using.
I mean, pretend if you look from the front of the bike that...
Yeah, it goes like this.
It goes down.
Yeah, like that. So
and it matches the letter. Yeah. Obviously, it doesn't go the opposite way.
Exactly.
Okay. I just want to show before we end this video tonight, because Mark's got to get ready to go, some of the progress we made here. We're taking over the baby's train layout. We got the V-twin decals on this, and they couldn't have worked out better. They are going to add the final touch. Fairing is ready for some clear. Vlad is just happy as a pig with his the red. We're going to be able to take care of that for him in the next week or so. And the Honda tank. The Honda tank. Wow. The Honda tank really does look sharp. Karen even likes it. And the worst of all worlds, on the back burner, our quarterback, Luciano Suzuki. We may get to work on that too. So,
and sometime Glenn's.
But Mark is now, anybody needs to know anything about decals, you just call up Mark. Mark and Turbo Steve are going to do a decal seminar.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, wow. All I can say is enjoy the video, pass on the tips, and thanks for watching.